The Galactic Council had never seen anything like it. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in their glowing seats, representing thousands of worlds, yet one throne remained empty. The seat of Earth stood silent, a dark and foreboding presence in the grand chamber. No one dared approach it. Aliens whispered among themselves, exchanging nervous glances. "Is Earth extinct?" asked a reptilian delegate. "No," hissed another, "but the humans, something is wrong. Nobody sits there. They are too dangerous." The council chamber was enormous, its walls shimmering with the energy of countless stars. Holographic displays floated in the air, showing planets, star systems, and fleets in motion. Every representative had a voice in the galaxy's decisions. Every representative except Earth. The empty seat radiated power without anyone occupying it. Council members debated policies, trade, and disputes, but every few minutes, all eyes drifted to the empty throne. The human's absence was unsettling. Even those who had never met a human felt its weight. There was a reason no one challenged the seat of Earth. Outside the council chamber, human eyes observed silently. Deep within the solar system, hidden facilities, satellites, and monitoring stations recorded every motion of the alien fleets. Humans knew the galaxy feared them. They also knew it was not yet the time to reveal everything. Patience was part of their strength. A tremor shook the council floor. Alien delegates froze. Some looked toward the ceiling, sensing energy they could not explain. The empty throne seemed to hum, resonating with a subtle but unmistakable power. "It begins," whispered one of the council leaders, a tall insectoid being with translucent wings. "Earth is waking." Meanwhile, on Earth, life continued seemingly ordinary. Cities buzzed with traffic, forests rustled with animals, and oceans shimmered under the sun. To any observer, it was a peaceful planet. Yet beneath the surface, humans worked quietly, preparing, studying, and observing the galaxy's movements. In hidden underground facilities, scientists monitored cosmic activity. Military leaders trained teams in survival, strategy, and tactics. Advanced technology hummed silently in labs, unknown to the alien races that dismissed humans as primitive. Every invention, every plan, and every study was part of a larger design, Earth's secret strength. Back in the council chamber, the aliens whispered again. "Their silence is worse than war," muttered a squid-like delegate. "We can attack, but what will we face? They have no ships, no fleets, yet there is power in that emptiness." The chamber was tense. Decisions had to be made, yet nobody dared speak for Earth. The empty seat was a warning. The absence of humans in galactic politics was not ignorance. It was strategy. Suddenly, a small ripple of energy passed through the council hall. Holographic displays flickered, lights dimmed, and a low hum resonated through the walls. The delegates murmured in fear. Some reached for weapons instinctively, though no attack had occurred. Far in orbit, human satellites and hidden defense systems activated subtly. A few probe ships moved in stealth patterns, studying alien fleets. Humans did not strike. They never struck first. Observation, intelligence, and patience were their weapons. They waited, letting the galaxy grow curious, anxious, and afraid. The murmurs grew louder. "Why do they not come?" asked a crystalline alien. "Why is the seat empty?" "They are not weak," another replied. "They are cunning. They endure what we cannot imagine. Their people survive the impossible. This is not absence. This is restraint." Below, humans trained in silence. Every team practiced, strategized, and coordinated. They were prepared for threats, though they appeared ordinary to the galaxy. Children learned survival, adults honed tactics, and scientists refined technology. The Earthlings' patience and preparation made them formidable, though the galaxy would not realize the full extent until much later. In the council chamber, tension peaked. Delegates shifted uncomfortably, their attention fixed on the empty throne. It represented a power no one could measure, a force no one dared challenge. The unknown is always frightening, and the emptiness of Earth's seat symbolized that fear. A low hum began to resonate again, stronger this time. Delegates could feel it in their bones. Something ancient and intelligent lay behind the seat, beyond their comprehension. The humans had prepared the galaxy to fear them, not by showing weapons, fleets, or armies, but by the simple act of restraint. And far across the council hall, no one could deny it. Earth's seat had a secret. A secret so powerful that the galaxy had never imagined its humans could possess it. The whispers spread, the fear grew, and the story of Earth's empty throne began to take shape in every mind present. Somewhere, hidden on Earth, humans smiled faintly. The galaxy did not yet know the full truth. And when the time came, it would learn. The seat of Earth had always been empty, not from weakness, but because humans were far stronger than anyone could imagine. Far beyond the outer planets, alien fleets moved cautiously through the darkness of space. They had heard whispers about Earth, the strange planet whose seat in the Galactic Council remained empty. Some fleets approached out of curiosity, others out of fear. Every ship carried advanced sensors, powerful weapons, and confident crews, yet all seemed uneasy. "They say the humans are extinct," one officer said, scanning the star charts. "Why would their seat remain empty otherwise?" "Extinct?" another hissed. "No. I have read reports. Survivors say humans endure disasters, attacks, even lethal environments, and survive. Their resilience is unmatched. I fear their hidden power." In orbit above Earth, fleets slowed. Alien commanders struggled to reconcile what they saw. The planet appeared ordinary, oceans glittering under sunlight, forests stretching for thousands of miles, cities bustling with life. There were no massive weapons, no visible fleets, no apparent defenses. Yet something felt wrong. Something dangerous. Unseen by alien eyes, humans watched from their orbital stations. Sensors recorded every ship, every energy signal, every patrol. Humans did not strike. They never struck first. Observation and patience were their greatest weapons. On Earth, human scientists and strategists worked tirelessly. Laboratories hummed with hidden technology. Satellites and stealth stations mapped alien movements. Military units trained constantly, practicing tactics, ambushes, and rapid adaptation. Even children were taught basic survival and intelligence exercises. Every human on the planet carried the legacy of endurance. One human commander, a veteran named Eric, studied the alien fleet's formations. "They are confident but predictable," he said. "They do not know what we can do. They assume weakness. That is their mistake." Aliens sent probe ships closer, expecting to gather information, maybe even intimidate humans. But every probe mysteriously vanished. One by one, communications from the fleet returned garbled, distorted, or strangely delayed. Reports spoke of anomalies, energy fluctuations, gravity distortions, and unexplainable interference that made sensors useless. "What is happening?" one alien officer shouted. "Their planet, it is interfering with our systems. How is this possible?" A quiet smile appeared on Eric's face as he watched. Humans had set the traps subtly without revealing themselves. Observation, patience, and intelligence allowed them to control the battlefield before it had even begun. Back in the Galactic Council, the empty seat of Earth continued to haunt delegates. "They are silent," whispered a crystalline alien. "They do not act, yet their influence spreads. We can feel it across the stars." "They are hiding," a reptilian officer said nervously. "Hiding power that could destroy us if provoked. They are clever, patient, and terrifying." On Earth, humans understood the fear they inspired. They had learned long ago that restraint could be more powerful than weapons. By remaining hidden, by observing and preparing, they forced the galaxy to respect them even without a single confrontation. As night fell across the planet, hidden satellites hummed in orbit, and human teams trained under starlight. Every drill, every simulation, and every test prepared them for a future the galaxy could not yet imagine. In distant fleets, alien officers debated their next move. "Do we engage them?" one asked. "Or do we retreat and watch?" "They are humans," another replied gravely. "Patience is their weapon. Observation is their power. And restraint is their greatest strength. If we attack, we will regret it." The whispers grew louder. Across the galaxy, stories began to circulate about Earth. Some claimed the humans could survive impossible disasters. Others said they were not soldiers, they were something far more dangerous. Thinkers, strategists, and survivors. And the humans on Earth continued to watch, prepare, and wait. The galaxy had not yet seen the full scope of their abilities, but it would. Every movement, every observation, every subtle defense was part of a larger plan. The empty throne of Earth in the council chamber remained a symbol, a warning to all. Those who underestimated humans did so at their own peril. And somewhere, unseen, humans smiled faintly, knowing that the galaxy was already beginning to fear what they had yet to reveal. The legend of Earth had begun. The galaxy had begun to whisper. Stories of Earth spread quietly, carried by scouts, traders, and spies. No alien dared approach the planet without caution. The humans' absence from the council was no longer just mysterious, it was terrifying. Above Earth, alien fleets approached cautiously. Their sensors scanned the planet, looking for weapons, fleets, or any sign of human civilization capable of a real threat. What they found confused them. Cities full of life, thriving ecosystems, and no visible military installations. Yet every probe sent from orbit vanished or returned corrupted. Their systems scrambled in ways the aliens could not explain. In secret command centers, humans monitored everything. Commander Eric watched a holographic display showing alien fleets attempting to maneuver into orbit. "They still think they can probe us," he said calmly. "Let them try. Every move they make teaches us more." Every probe they lose spreads fear across the galaxy. Small bursts of energy appeared in orbit, controlled, subtle, and precise. Alien ships reported strange gravitational waves, minor explosions, and interference that made their systems unreliable. No human stepped out of the shadows, yet the results were undeniable. Earth was defended, and the aliens were powerless to understand why. One alien commander, a large, four-armed strategist, muttered in frustration, "How can a planet without fleets, without soldiers, disable our probes? Their people must be unnatural." "They are humans," another replied with fear. "Deathworlders. Survivors. They endure, adapt, and strike when needed. And yet, they do not even fight. We are already defeated before battle begins." On the surface, humans trained tirelessly. Teams moved through forests, mountains, and underground facilities, practicing survival, stealth, and strategy. Every human learned to adapt, improvise, and overcome any challenge. The galaxy had assumed weakness and simplicity. Humans turned simplicity into their greatest advantage. Meanwhile, scouts and alien diplomats reported back to the Council. "Earth remains unoccupied," a trembling officer said. "Yet the signals, the anomalies, they are too sophisticated. No race could survive this without advanced technology. Something hidden protects them." In the council chamber, alien delegates exchanged fearful glances. "We thought humans were weak," a crystalline alien whispered. "We were wrong. They are patient, silent, and deadly. Their absence, their emptiness, is a warning." From orbit, human satellites continued to hum quietly, carefully observing alien movements. Humans did not strike. They had no need. Their restraint was a message in itself. Humans were beyond what the galaxy could comprehend. "Patience is their weapon," Eric said to his officers. "Strategy is their power. And every alien fleet that hesitates adds to our advantage." Alien fleets began to retreat slowly, avoiding the planet. Fear spread faster than the fastest communication channels. Traitors and spies carried the stories to distant systems. Every civilization learned the same lesson. Earth was not ordinary, humans were not ordinary, and the empty throne was not a symbol of weakness. It was a symbol of restraint, power, and cunning. Back on Earth, children studied tactics in schools, soldiers trained in hidden compounds, and scientists refined technology. Humans were ready for the galaxy, but the galaxy did not yet know the full extent. In distant systems, one phrase began to circulate quietly, almost like a warning. "Earth, its throne is empty, and yet it commands respect. Fear humans." The galaxy could feel it. A planet that appeared ordinary, a people who appeared ordinary, and an empty seat that carried more weight than any fleet, any weapon, or any empire. On Tursus 11, where humans secretly observed distant fleets, Eric smiled faintly. The galaxy did not yet understand the humans' true strength, but they were learning, slowly, carefully, and inevitably. Earth's seat remained empty in the council. Yet every action, every hidden defense, and every subtle strike of intelligence sent a clear message. Humans were clever, patient, and dangerous. The legend of Earth and its people, the humans of unmatched endurance and hidden power, was growing. The galaxy's fear was no longer just a rumor. It was real. And somewhere, deep beneath the surface of the planet, humans continued to watch, to prepare, and to wait. When the time came, the galaxy would see the terrifying truth behind the empty throne. The alien fleet approached silently, confident that they would finally uncover Earth's secrets. Their ships were sleek, powerful, and bristling with weapons. The commanders believed humans were primitive, hiding nothing more than simple defenses. They were wrong. Commander Eric and the Human Special Observation Unit monitored the fleet from a hidden orbital station. "They think they can probe us," he said calmly. "Let them. Every step they take will reveal their arrogance, and teach us everything we need to know." The first probes entered the atmosphere. Alien scanners began mapping cities, power grids, and communication hubs. Their sensors were precise, their algorithms advanced, but humans had prepared. Every probe that approached Earth was silently neutralized. Some were trapped in invisible energy fields, others disabled by subtle gravitational distortions. No humans were seen, yet the results were undeniable. The aliens were being outsmarted. On the ground, human teams coordinated with satellite systems. Signals from the aliens were intercepted, analyzed, and countered instantly. Holographic decoys, automated defenses, and stealth drones worked in unison. The humans' plan was flawless: show power without striking openly, terrify without revealing full strength. The alien fleet became confused. Ships collided with invisible barriers, energy shields caused minor explosions, and probes disappeared without a trace. Panic spread through the command hierarchy. How are they doing this?" one alien officer screamed. "They have no fleet, no weapons, yet we are failing." In the council, reports of these events reached delegates across the galaxy. Whispers grew into murmurs. "Earth is alive," a crystalline alien said in fear. "Its people are not weak, they are beyond us. We cannot understand them." Back on Earth, Commander Eric addressed his team. "We do not strike first," he reminded them. "Patience is our advantage. Observe, adapt, and defend. Let them make mistakes. Every misstep they take is a lesson, and every lesson strengthens us." The aliens tried again, sending a larger group of probes in formation. This time, humans responded with subtle but devastating precision. One probe triggered a remote energy pulse, disabling several others. Alien drones collided with each other, tangled in invisible fields that humans had created. Not a single human weapon was fired, yet the alien fleet suffered damage and confusion. "We underestimated them," a four-armed officer said to his fleet. "This planet, these humans, they are not ordinary. They survive what should be impossible. Every probe we send fails. We are trapped by their strategy." Across the galaxy, word spread like wildfire. Even distant civilizations who had never seen Earth began to fear it. Humans were not visible, not aggressive, and not numerous, but their tactics, intelligence, and patience were terrifying enough. On the ground, humans continued to train. Children practiced basic survival drills, scientists refined sensors, and military units simulated alien attacks. Every day, humans grew stronger, smarter, and more prepared. The galaxy could see some of their power, but not all. From orbit, Eric watched the retreating alien ships. "They are learning," he said. "They now know that Earth is not weak. They fear us. And this is only the beginning." The aliens did not return. Their pride had been wounded and their confidence shattered. Even their bravest commanders hesitated to send more ships near Earth. The message was clear: humans were clever, patient, and untouchable if they wished. In the council chamber, the empty throne of Earth remained untouched. Delegates murmured in awe and fear. The emptiness was no longer mysterious, it was deliberate. The absence of humans from galactic politics had been a calculated strategy. Their silence, patience, and intelligence were more powerful than any fleet. Humans on Earth celebrated quietly, not with weapons or displays but with calm satisfaction. They had survived the first real test. They had demonstrated power without aggression. The galaxy had learned to fear the empty throne, and in doing so respected it. The legend of Earth grew. Aliens whispered warnings to each other. "Avoid humans, underestimate them at your peril, and respect the unknown." Every fleet, every council, and every civilization began to feel the weight of Earth's hidden power. Commander Eric smiled faintly. The galaxy had begun to understand the truth. The human strength was not just in numbers or weapons. It was in intelligence, patience, and strategy. And when the time came, humans would reveal even more, enough to terrify the stars themselves. The empty throne remained, glowing faintly, silent, and full of promise. Earth was ready, and the galaxy had already learned to fear it. Word of Earth's power had begun to spread across the galaxy. Traders, scouts, and travelers whispered stories of the humans' cunning, patience, and hidden strength. Even civilizations far from the solar system hesitated to engage with humans. Fear traveled faster than any fleet or weapon. In the council, delegates murmured nervously. "They did not even attack," said a reptilian officer. "Yet our probes were destroyed. Our ships were outmaneuvered by nothing visible." "They are humans," whispered a crystalline being. "Silent, patient, and terrifying. Their seat was empty, and yet the galaxy trembles because of it." Back on Earth, Commander Eric observed communications from the outer systems. Alien fleets had begun retreating, avoiding even minor contact with human-controlled space. Humans did not strike, they did not need to. Their presence, intelligence, and restraint had already created an aura of fear. Across distant star systems, rumors of human capabilities grew. Stories described minor incidents, alien ships disappearing near human colonies, probes disabled before they could gather information, strange energy anomalies that confused entire fleets. Each tale reinforced the growing legend. Humans were not ordinary and Earth's empty throne was a warning. On Tursus 11, a young human strategist, Kale, studied maps of alien patrols. "Look at this pattern," he said. "Every fleet keeps its distance. They hesitate before approaching a human colony. They do not know what they might face, and that is our advantage." Eric nodded. "Fear is our ally. Every fleet that hesitates, every commander that doubts themselves, makes the galaxy easier to manage. We do not strike first, yet every alien feels the human's power." In secret training facilities across Earth, humans continue to prepare. Recruits practice survival, tactical maneuvers, and intelligence gathering. Scientists refined orbital satellites, stealth technology, and defensive systems. Every citizen, knowingly or unknowingly, contributed to the growing aura of human capability. Alien fleets tried minor probes and scouts, but they were always defeated by unseen traps or subtle interference. Each failure, each retreat, added to the humans' reputation. The galaxy began to understand a terrifying truth. Humans were not just survivors, they were strategic masters. In the council chambers, delegates debated cautiously. "Engaging humans directly could cost us fleets," a squid-like alien warned. "They do not need weapons. Their intelligence alone defeats us." "They are not conquerors," replied a crystalline officer. "Yet they survive, they protect their people, and they outthink every enemy. Their restraint is more dangerous than our fleets." Meanwhile, humans observed quietly. They allowed the galaxy to fear them without revealing their full power. Every alien fleet that retreated reinforced the truth. The human strength was both hidden and absolute. Kale smiled as he watched alien reports. "They think we are weak because we do not attack. They fear what they cannot see. That fear keeps our colonies safe without a single strike." Across the galaxy, small fleets began sending diplomatic messages instead of attacks. Even distant warlords paused before approaching human space. Earth's reputation had become a shield stronger than any fleet or weapon. Back at the command center, Eric addressed his officers. "The galaxy is learning. They know humans are clever, patient, and prepared. Our restraint has become our power. Every fleet that hesitates, every spy that flees, strengthens Earth's position." The whispers in the galaxy grew louder. Humans do not fight first. They survive everything. Their seat may be empty, but their power fills the stars. Earth remained calm, its people prepared, its colonies thriving. The empty throne in the Galactic Council continued to haunt every alien delegate. It was no longer a mystery, it was a symbol of strategy, restraint, and hidden strength. The legend of Earth and its people, the humans, continued to grow. Fear, respect, and caution followed wherever their presence was known. The galaxy had learned the first lesson. Underestimate humans and you will pay. And somewhere, quietly, humans continued to watch, train, and wait. The galaxy was not ready for their full power, but it would be one day. And when that day came, no one would forget the empty throne of Earth. The galaxy had learned to fear Earth, but it still did not understand the full extent of human power. Alien fleets approached cautiously, trying to observe, probe, or test human defenses. Each time they discovered subtle forces they could not explain. Commander Eric monitored the reports. "Every fleet that comes near reveals itself," he said. "Every probe we disable, every signal we redirect, teaches the galaxy that humans are not ordinary. Let them see just enough to fear, but not enough to understand." Above the planet, human satellites and orbital stations worked together flawlessly. Alien ships were scanned, analyzed, and, when necessary, subtly disrupted. Gravity distortions, energy fields, and invisible traps rendered the aliens' advanced technology useless. And yet, no human weapon was fired openly. On Earth, scientists continued to refine their secret technologies. New energy shields were tested in hidden regions. Stealth drones moved silently through the skies. Communications networks were upgraded to detect any attempt at interference. Every system, every device, worked in harmony to protect the planet without revealing humans' full strength. The first alien commanders to survive a probe attack returned with terrified reports. "The humans," one muttered, shaking. "They do not fight openly, yet every attempt to engage fails. Their intelligence, strategy, and preparation, it is beyond comprehension." In the council chamber, delegates whispered urgently. "We underestimated them," said a crystalline alien. "Their absence was not ignorance. Their silence is a weapon." Their restraint, a warning. Humans continued to observe quietly. Small teams monitored fleets, noting patterns, weaknesses, and tendencies. Every minor engagement, every test by the aliens, added to the humans' advantage. Their knowledge of the galaxy was growing faster than any empire realized. Commander Eric gathered his senior officers. The galaxy has begun to understand that humans are clever, patient, and relentless. But they do not know our full potential. We remain hidden, we remain patient, and we remain untouchable. That is our strength. Across the stars, rumors spread faster than fleets could travel. Traders spoke of energy anomalies near human colonies. Spies reported invisible shields that could disable entire fleets. Even minor alien worlds began hesitating before entering human space. In the shadows, human engineers continued refining orbital defenses. Underground labs tested new survival systems. Soldiers practiced tactical maneuvers. Every human, knowingly or unknowingly, contributed to the growing legend. Alien fleets, once confident and bold, now approached human-controlled systems with hesitation. Diplomats chose words carefully. War councils debated endlessly before making decisions. Even minor actions required extreme caution. On Earth, humans smiled quietly. The galaxy feared them, not because humans had shown weapons, armies, or dominance, but because humans had revealed intelligence, strategy, and restraint. Kale, the young strategist, observed an alien patrol retreating from human space. "They are learning," he said. "Every fleet that hesitates, every commander that doubts, strengthens our position. They fear us because they do not understand us." Commander Eric nodded. The empty throne is no longer a symbol of mystery. It is a symbol of power. A symbol of patience. A symbol of humans. Across the galaxy, one truth became clear to all civilizations. Earth was not weak, ordinary, or defenseless. Humans were intelligent, resilient, and untouchable. They did not need to conquer. Their strategy and hidden power were enough to command respect and fear. In the council chambers, the whispers grew louder. The humans, the people of Earth, are watching. They are patient, clever, and untouchable. Their power is hidden, but it is absolute. And somewhere on the quiet surface of Earth, humans continued to prepare. They trained, they studied, they observed, and they waited. The galaxy had begun to understand a single, terrifying truth. Humans were not ordinary. Humans were not weak. Humans were special forces. The empty throne of Earth remained untouched, glowing faintly, silent, but full of promise. The galaxy was learning to fear the unknown. And the humans of Earth would ensure that this fear was well-deserved. The galaxy had finally begun to understand the truth. Earth's throne remained empty in the Galactic Council, but its people, humans, had revealed enough to make their presence known. Aliens spoke in hushed tones, fleets avoided human space, and traders told stories of the planet that made even the bravest pause. Commander Eric observed the reports from orbit. "They are learning," he said quietly. "Every fleet that hesitates, every empire that debates before action, it is proof. Our restraint is their fear. Our patience is their lesson. Our strategy is their punishment." Across Earth, hidden facilities buzzed with quiet activity. Scientists refined new technologies, soldiers trained in complex maneuvers, and every human citizen, knowingly or unknowingly, contributed to the growing reputation of their species. Alien fleets that approached human space now did so with caution bordering on terror. Even the most confident commanders hesitated to send ships. They had seen probes fail, fleets stumble into unseen traps, and communications scrambled by unseen hands. They had learned one undeniable fact: humans were not just intelligent, they were untouchable. In the Galactic Council, whispers became debates. "We underestimated them," said a crystalline delegate. "They are not mere settlers. They survive, adapt, and outthink every opponent. Their silence is their power, and their restraint is terrifying." "They do not conquer," another added, "but challenge them and you will regret it." On Earth, humans did not celebrate with displays of power. They did not boast or parade their capabilities. Their victory lay in subtlety, intelligence, and preparation. The galaxy feared them, yet it did not know the full scope of what humans could do. And that was exactly how the humans wanted it. Commander Eric gathered the senior officers of the Special Observation Unit. "We have shown enough," he said. "The galaxy now knows humans survive. The galaxy now knows humans endure. And the galaxy knows humans do not strike without reason. That is the legacy we will build." Kale, the young strategist, studied alien communications. "Every hesitation, every retreat, every warning story strengthens us. We do not need fleets to control the galaxy. Our reputation alone protects us, and it grows every day. Meanwhile, human children learned about survival, strategy, and intelligence in schools. Young adults trained in tactical maneuvers. Scientists advanced hidden technology. Every human contributed to the legend without even knowing it. Across distant systems, alien leaders debated. Engaging humans directly is too risky, one said. We cannot predict them. Their strength is invisible but absolute. They are not warriors in the traditional sense, replied another, but their intelligence, patience, and restraint make them unstoppable. They survive the impossible. They endure the unthinkable. We fear them, and rightly so. The empty throne of Earth in the council chamber became a symbol across the galaxy. It was a warning, a statement, and a legacy. It was proof that humans did not need to dominate to be feared. The legend of Earth was not built by fleets, weapons, or conquest. It was built by patience, intelligence, and survival. From orbit, Commander Eric watched the stars. Alien fleets moved carefully, distant and wary. Humans remained quiet, observant, and ready. Their full power was still hidden, but their reputation alone ensured the galaxy's respect and fear. In secret, humans smiled. The lesson had been taught. The galaxy had learned, underestimate humans and you will pay. Challenge them and you will regret it. The seat of Earth remained empty, not from weakness but as a statement. The galaxy would never forget the human strength, patience, and cunning. And somewhere, quietly, across the hidden cities and training grounds of Earth, humans continued to watch, prepare, and endure. The galaxy had learned its final lesson. Humans are survivors. Humans are clever. Humans are untouchable. The throne of Earth had always been empty, because the galaxy was never ready to face its people.